Hi, my name is Ega and you're watching Talk Talk, my special place to talk about nothing, anything and everything. Before we begin, just hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out my other videos. In today's episode, the topic I'm gonna talk about is life is choices. Okay, so there are a lot of choices in our life and they're an easy one, but there are a lot of difficult choices as well. And choices also comes with responsibility, so it makes it harder for us to make a choice, to make a decision. That's why sometimes we are scared of the choices that we need to make, but we can also be scared of the choices that we already made. So yeah, I think choices are a really great topic to talk about. Okay, so we have to make a lot of choices, a lot of hard choices. And when even after we choose something, sometimes we still wonder if we make the right choice. And some people are even regretting their choices, and that's why their past choices are still holding them back, and that's why past choices can also affecting us right now. But the other thing is that future choices are also scary because we don't know what can happen in the future. That's why the future are scary, and it's really hard to make the choices because we never get enough data. When we feel like we don't have enough data, it makes it harder to make the choices because we are scared to make the wrong choices and how it will impact our life in the future. And that's why making choices is always harder. It's always a hard thing to do. But between the past and the future choices, actually what matters is the choices that we have in the present. And sometimes we don't realize that we are facing choices, we are facing with two or more choices. Sometimes we don't see them as a choices, sometimes we don't see that we need to make a choice. But actually the choices that are ready for us, that we have to take in this moment, right now, in the present, that is the most important choices in our life. And I believe that our life is built by our own choices. I can say that our past choices shouldn't affect us because our past choices is something that built our current life, so we cannot separate ourselves with our past choices. But just don't let the past choices holding us back. And I believe that we all need to be conscious and aware that our present choices are our choices available in this moment, in this present. It is what needs to be considered. It is what is the most important. Sometimes we are faced with only two choices, and sometimes we are also faced with multiple choices. And yeah, we just have to make one choice. We just have to make one choice and take responsibility for our choice, for our own choices. And there is no saying that fewer choices will make it easier to choose or more choices will make it easier. But the most important thing is that the choices that we make is something that will build our future. So we just have to consider our choices really seriously and carefully. And sometimes we even cannot see that we have choices. If you're feeling stuck, then you probably feel like you don't have any choices available. You don't see any choices in your life, so you don't really know what to choose. And yeah, life without choices is also not a great life. You will feel lost and stuck, and you don't know what to do next because you don't know what the choices are available to you. But even if you cannot see any choices available to you, it doesn't mean that there is really no choices. There is always choices for you, even if there is only yes or no choices. You still have that choice, and you will have to make the decision. So, for example, if you're stuck right now, you still at least have the choices between make a change or just continue, getting stuck, being stuck. So that's also a choice. So yeah, we actually always have choices in front of us in our life. So we just have to learn to make a choice, to make a decisions, and take responsibility for our own choices. And if you ask me how to make a choice, how to make a decision, then I can say that the easiest way for us to make a choice is that by asking ourselves if our choices will make us regret it in the future or not. So when you want to choose something, then you can always ask yourself first, will you regret these choices or not? And that is the easiest way to make a choice in your life. And the second way is that you have to ask yourself what kind of future do you want and how this choice will impact you in the future. How will the choice you make will help you to get the future that you want. And that's more difficult way, but if you have a clear future that you want, it will be easier to make a choice as well. So yeah, at least there are two ways to make a choice in your life, but the most important thing is that you have to believe and you have to be aware that you always have a choice in your life and the choices are in your hand. So because the choices are always there, if you don't make a choice, then the other will make the choices for you. So for example, let's say we want to have dinner with our friends or with our family, and then someone asks, what do you want to eat? And then if you just say whatever or you don't want to make a choice, then the other member of the family or your group of friends will make the choice. So just imagine if someone else make the choices for your life, that would be, well, perhaps it will be better, but it could also be worse. But if you let them make the choices for you, then whose life is it that you are living? So yeah, I think that we have to make our own choices. We have to learn to make our own choices so we won't let others make the choices for us. Okay, so that's pretty much what I want to talk about in this video. I just hope we can all learn to make choices in our life and take responsibility for our own choices. Okay, so I will talk about more topic next time. You can always leave a comment if you have any suggestion about the topic you want me to talk about. Okay, so keep searching and finding the good in life, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!